Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Night Sky Wisdom and Tarot. I'm Alex. I'm here to bring you your weekly general love and career and finance energy read. So this is my first week combining them all into one so that I can get back to doing all signs. So now, my dear Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, let's get into your reading. We're going to start off with the general portion. Please don't hesitate to hit that like button at any time. Better now than never because you might forget. But it really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm. That's why we're always pushing for that. It's not about vanity or people seeing it. It really does actually help us get more content recommended to other people. And I'm all here about us all getting on a healing journey. So I really want my messages to get out because I know that they come from the purest place possible. So let's get started. I'm going to do Soul's Journey Lessons cards and a short tarot spread for your general read before we hop into love. Spirit, what are the messages for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node? What are the general messages? Acceptance, indecision, and death. Okay. So for me, acceptance doesn't pop out a heavy tarot card, but indecision definitely pops out Two of Swords to me, and death, of course, a death rebirth card. So acceptance, I'm learning to accept the things I cannot change. And this is my second reading today. And this prayer legit was on my mind. I actually said this prayer, the Serenity Prayer, for those of you who don't know. I'm just rambling. Right before I started my readings for me personally, because tarot readers, we're human, right? So we struggle even when we know how energies work. We still struggle because there's our 3D selves and our spiritual selves. They're constantly points where they're battling with each other. So Serenity Prayer may be very important for you this week, Aquarius. Accepting the things that you cannot change. Indecision, I use my intuition in all aspects of life. There may be some blockages in the 3D realm that are, again, keeping you from listening to that spiritual guidance that you have. So this indecision is really about, there's some things you already know, okay, that you're playing with yourself about. It's decisions regarding, I'm hearing people in your life that you keep playing around about. I don't know. I'm not getting that it's so much that you want to cut them out, but the access that they have, I'm hearing inappropriate. Some people have inappropriate access in your life, and you're pretending with yourself that you don't know that this needs to change, or you're thinking about it. You already have your answer. And death, I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings, and this could speak to that indecision. It's not to say that it's not hard, but being hard isn't something that's like, okay, I can't choose. I don't know what to choose. No, being hard just means it's going to be hard to execute, right? Because it may mean the transition of some dynamics in your life and saying goodbye to some old ways that probably have some warm and fuzzy familiar feelings is what I'm getting. But there's also a level to it that's hindering your current development. And it may be because of some things that you've seen about this person or yourself when you're around this person. Now, this is the general part of the read, but it's really bringing out some kind of connection for you guys. So let's do the tarot and see if we can get... sometimes the tarot furthers the oracle reading. Sometimes it's something totally different. But let's see. What does Aquarius need to know, do, release, and think about for the week? What is it that Aquarius needs to know, to do, to release, and to think about for the upcoming week? Okay. Yeah. Okay, you are definitely in your head. You're definitely conflicting, fighting in your head between your intuition, and again, your 3D. And so there's this indecision that's happening in your life because you don't know who should win out. You know your intuition is right. But there's, I mean, as with any time that it's hard to let something go, is what's really hard to let go at the really root of it is the fact that it's the part that benefits us. But the thing is, at some point, sometimes the cost outweighs the reward. So we don't want to let go of the reward, but it's going to cost you too much. Something you got to let go of, Aquarius. Again, it might be a person that needs to go, but I don't get that so much is your level of access to this person or their level of access to you has to stop or change. I don't know if we have some daddy's girl, mama boy situations, some ex-best friend fling, cross blurred lines that as much as you try to convince yourself that isn't a blockage to you actually moving on, it is. It's something. Dude, Queen of Pentacles, you are being asked to step into your power and nurture yourself is what I'm getting out of this Queen of Pentacles, actually. So whatever this is, it's so weird. I wish I knew. Comment below if this resonates, because, and if you don't mind sharing what the specific situation is. If not, I totally understand. But I feel like whatever this thing is, it's like if it's a person, they're not demanding that you sacrifice yourself for them, but there's something about your interaction with this person that takes you out of, even though Queen of Pentacles is an Aquarius energy, but I feel like it represents you in this spread. And it takes you out of Queen of Pentacles energy, which is a nurturing, abundant, patient, wise, kind energy. So something about whatever this thing or person is that you have inappropriately allowed access to in your life, you to engage and allow them access and to continue forward, you have to step down off of this throne. It's like you're stepping back. You're dematuring to continue dealing with this situation like this. You have to release the Wheel of Fortune. Now, the Wheel of Fortune is about, you know, a karmic or universal push into the next level, a level up, good luck, good karma. I think you have to let go of the idea that this is going to happen with you continuing as you're continuing. The Wheel of Fortune, which means that this is happening around you. If you keep seeing people progress in the area of life that this person or thing or project or whatever this is that you continue to involve yourself with, that area of life, you keep seeing people move past you continuously. And maybe it didn't bother you before, but now you're ready to move forward. You can't expect this to show up if you're not willing to make the changes necessary to ride that wheel forward. It's not going to show up for you. You're going to keep seeing, you know, oh, look, that's Bob from the water cooler. There he goes on the on the wheel. Oh, that's Tasha. That's Tasha from church. Oh my gosh, there's the wheel and there's Tasha. Okay, but guess what? Who ain't on it? Aquarius. Remember I said the cost? Something that you're involved with, the cost is starting to outweigh the reward. You don't have to eliminate. I'm not a fan of saying cut people off real quick. Yeah, you know, we're good at that in this day and time. That's no longer anything to brag about. You know, you don't have to allow people to misuse and abuse you. That's not what I'm saying. But you don't always have to cut them off. Sometimes the cutoff was not the hard thing, the way that people brag about it. Sometimes the hard thing is having a discussion and being open and honest about why you need to back up and then continue to work on, you know, this new version of the relationship. People don't want to be bothered with it. So actually the easy thing is a lot of times cut it off. And sometimes you have to do that. But I don't get that this is a situation like that. But you do need to address it either way. Anyway, think about Page of Cups. It has a lot to do with intuition and also gifts of love. This ain't a love part. We're not there yet. So I'm thinking we might have two different Aquarius groups for the love reading, because I have a love section, but this feels like for some of y'all this could be love related. Do you want to offer your love up or receive love and there's somebody in your space that's being a blockage to that? Whether, again, it could be an over overly intrusive mother. It could be the mother of your ex or the father of your ex. It could be that you're still living with your baby mama and y'all are like co-parenting, but the reality is that isn't a maintainable situation. It's not healthy in the sense of, okay, at some point we're going to have to part households and we just keep delaying it. It's something like that. And it's like, you need to think about, how is love going to come in? How is this page going to come stand at your door with your baby mama or your baby daddy standing in the back in their drawers? You know what I'm saying? Now, it could be in general. It could just be because this is more about energies. The general way to put this is energetically, there's something that you keep entertaining the energy of that is being a blockage to something new coming in that you want. And you keep seeing other people have things come in new for them, but they don't have that blockage that you have. They don't have this thing, this elephant in the room that they know needs to go, but you do. So let's move on. Let's see what the love portion brings. And it could be more of this energy. We'll see. So for the love portion, we're going to do the Doreen's virtue, whatever these things are called. I can't remember. Let's see. What are the love messages for Aquarius for the week? Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node. And their cross watchers. Spirit, what are the love messages for Aquarius for the week? I'm being led to pull it like this. Chemistry, healing family issues, calling in your soulmate. Chemistry, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. Healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. We did bring up parents in this other general spread. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. I'm getting a strong channel. So through this message, you got somebody in your circle or surroundings, Aquarius, that you're interested in, and Spirit is actually behind you with the excited, baby face meme thing. Like, yes. However, wait a minute. You're working on some things, or you've acknowledged that there are some family issues. I don't know if the age is the same for everyone, but there comes a time in every person's adult life where there's that initial thinking of how, your family, your upbringing affects you, and maybe even your love life. You kind of initially realize it around your 20s. Child, it don't really hit you for my 20-somethings. And my 30, 40, 50s and above, 60s and above can please attest to this. 30s and 40s, you really realize, like, even if your parents did the best they could, and I say this with respect because people can only do what they have been equipped to do, okay? I say this with ultimate respect, that we finally realize how fucked up they were and how much that screwed us up. And it's hard to say because I'm a parent. And I'm very aware of the fact that there may be some ways that I'm unintentionally screwing my kids up, and it pains me. But we can only do what what we're even aware needs to be fixed. So Spirit is saying, the person is at your doorstep or already in your vicinity. Be aware. If you've already started this work on family healing, it is very, very, very much critical to you moving forward in your love life. If you're already in a relationship and you have some issues with communication, I'm hearing you really need to look at your family dynamic. And not just, our problems with communication is not the same type that my parents had. But see, that's not always the ugly ways that it manifests itself. Sometimes the reality is your parents didn't talk about anything. And now you and this person argue about everything. And the reality is because you were never tooled or equipped on how to communicate negative emotions. So now you see, like, with your 30s and 40s, sometimes it's like, oh, shoot, it affected me more than I realized. I was looking for my parents' relationship, not realizing my parents never talked about anything. It was a whole out of sight, out of mind. Come to find out, you know, let's add on to it. I'm not saying this is your parents' situation. Sometimes you come to find out there were 3 affairs, 2 breakups. There was 6 months where they didn't live in a house. You don't remember it because you were only 2 months old. Like, there's always something. Figure out those issues, because they will be critical to either your existing connection or the one that you are calling in right now, but they're at your doorstep, and you cannot afford to abandon your healing journey. I feel like a lot of you are already on this journey. Don't abandon it, because it is imperative to you being able to honor this chemistry and this soulmate energy appropriately, okay? And hopefully, because you're working on it, the soulmate that you're bringing in isn't a guinea pig to facilitate your healing, and their healing is actually someone you can heal with, not heal through the trauma y'all put each other to. Because soulmates don't always stay together. Sometimes the healing is in the drama that y'all leave when y'all separate. The healing from that is what heals these types of things. Hopefully, because I feel like a lot of you are already in this healing, or at least acknowledging that there's something that needs to be healed. So don't abandon that thought. If you get entangled with someone romantically right now, it will help you. Oh, I said a lot, didn't I? Do we want to do... Actually, I'm not going to do Kipper. I'm going to do the energies between you, because I really do feel like there's someone in your energy already. And this isn't really about teaching you how to draw them in. They're already there. Either y'all already interact or you don't. But let's see what the energy... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there's some... Definitely work on healing. This is their energy. I mean, sorry, your energy, their energy, which is crazy. And this is the energy between that could affect you too. That's between you is, and that indicates a need for healing. I don't get this is from a previous romantic relationship. I think this is related to these healing family issues. And you have noticed and realized and acknowledged, hey, I'm seeing things in myself that indicate that I need some healing. You may not realize for what. Spirit is saying it's definitely it starts with the family. I know that where's my paper? It always starts as a joke on television where the person goes to the therapist and the therapist is like, lay on my couch. Okay. So Mr. Such and Such, tell me about your relationship with your mother. Side note, I wish they would say father more, because that relationship actually matters, but that's a whole nother conversation. Both of those relationships matter, but you have noticed and you have seen and you are accepting the message that you need to work on some type of healing. This person, High Priestess energy. So they may be a healer, or they may be a healing energy to you. If you don't want to destroy that or take them through the ringer, and this could be why you two are drawn together, but let it be in the most healthy way. Not codependency, not because you want to suck all of the good energy out of them, or vice versa if the roles are reversed. To be able to accept their love and their healing energy, you need to work on whatever ails you, and so do they. Just because they're a high priestess doesn't mean they don't have past traumas. So that's your love portion. Let me restart, and then we're gonna do career and finance. Okay, let's get reset here. Let's do the moonology. So what are the money messages, for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node? What are the money messages for this week for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node? What are the money messages? I feel led to cut this time. And, the end of a tough cycle approaches. Step out of your comfort zone And you and your loved ones are safe. Go for it. Whatever it is, go for it. Go for it. That's all I'm hearing. Go for it. Now. Like now. Not yesterday. Not yesterday. Not tomorrow. Not 2 weeks from now. After you finish listening to this, make the call. That's all I'm hearing. Make the call. Tell them you'll do it. I don't know who that's for. Tell them you'll do it. This is the end of a cycle, not only money-wise, and that doesn't mean you're coming out of a bad cycle. It just might mean that you're coming out of, you can be transitioning from, yeah, I work, I make decent money, to something totally beyond what you expected in a good way. So sometimes just maintaining the status quo isn't enough for some of us, and there's nothing wrong with that as long as you're coming at it for the right intentions and the right purposes. It's okay to want abundance, and I feel like for the Aquarians I'm talking to, you want abundance. So that tough cycle is that you just are like, I work, I pay bills, I do a little something nice. I work, I pay bills, I do a little something nice. You're trying to get into a different level of financial security. You've got to step out of your comfort zone. And that's why I'm hearing for a lot of you, make the call. Get off this video. When you get off this video, go ahead and make the call. If it's too late in the evening, send an email, follow up with a call in the morning. Something, but you need to just go ahead. Go ahead. I'm not playing, Aquarius, and I don't ever really get strong yes or no's or do it, don't do it. But somebody's hearing this message, do it. You and your loved ones are safe. So this is big, especially if whatever you're doing requires you to step out of a financial comfort zone, because you have to pull your energy away from your safe space financially and pour that energy into, the thing that's ultimately going to pay off the most. But whatever it is, it's an imperative that whatever it is you're like mulling over out of fear, that you go ahead and step and jump this week. Okay. So we're going to do some tarot cards just to look at past, present, future energies, blockages, things like that. And then we'll get you out of here for the week, Aquarius. Don't forget to thumbs up if this is helping. I don't do poppers, but cards keep individually flipping. I'm trying to shuffle and cut and pull. And pull. Spirit is like, no, Heifer, I'm telling you what I want you. Okay. Jeez, I can't even, I suck at getting poppers. Like, usually cards do not pop for me. So, Spirit is clearly like, okay. You're coming out of the energy of feeling left out in the cold. But I feel like you left yourself out because you kept stopping yourself. You were afraid. Now you're ready to offer up your ideas, your intentions, your business plans. And I don't feel like this is indirect. This is not just in discussion, like generally sitting around just daydreaming. This is like, here's my business plan and here's what I want for my services, or here's what I'm looking for the investment. And that's where I'm getting this call now, respond now, just respond, do it now. It's some kind of opportunity for someone in particular to get funding, and you need to go ahead and not, sometimes you might have 24 hours. This is not a situation to think 24 hours about it. Okay. And you could always say no when they come back with their final answer. This leads you into a victory. Now, whether it's directly from this, you putting your business plan out there, or whether or not it's from the process in the door, like it opening up another door, unseen door for you. So that's the thing about Spirit. We listen. We can assume we know why. Oh yeah, Spirit saying, call this guy back about this business, about my business plan, because he's going to give me money. Well, he might say, I don't have it right now, but hey, I know this guy or this function for, I just want to say it's a great idea. There's this function for entrepreneurs happening Thursday. But I need to get you on the list by tonight. You want to go? Okay. Yeah. Well, it was good. I appreciate you taking me up on, even taking a look at it. And yeah, go ahead and put me on the list. And you go, and next thing you know, there's 20 investors from Japan there looking to diversify their portfolio for a business plan just specifically like yours, and you hit it off with one of them without even knowing who they were. Stuff like that. Spirit doesn't always give us the full blueprint. We just need to follow the breadcrumbs sometimes. It's a test of faith, but whatever it is, it leads you to victory. Now, obstacles are this tower energy. There's been some detrimental, but also, like, for you, I feel more emotionally turbulent losses in the past. It might have resulted in some money losses, but I also feel like it was the pride and the ego being crushed. This is that tower. This is your ego. This could be a blockage for you because ego will prevent us from putting ourselves out there because we think we look stupid. Ego will prevent us from putting ourselves out there because we don't want to bother somebody. We don't want to annoy somebody. Look, just annoy them. Someone will appreciate your tenacity. Okay? If you do all of this, it results in the end of this inner conflict that you've had. And the end of this inner conflict results in the end of your blockages. You're opening up the floodgates with the money, with the coins, you know? So, what can I say? Anyway, that's the end of this career read. I mean, this money read. You know, let me know how you feel about this format. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I may or may not do timestamps for these. We'll see. If I do, they'll be in the description box below. But, anywho, have a great week, Aquarius. Love you. Bye.